The Gabby Petito Case, A Tragic Journey 2021. Prologue: The Perfect Couple Online. In the summer of 2021, social media was full of adventure stories, filtered photos, and carefully crafted images of van life. Among the many couples sharing their journey online, one stood out: Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. To their thousands of followers, they looked picture perfect. Young, beautiful, adventurous, and free, they traveled across the United States in a white Ford Transit van, documenting their journey through YouTube vlogs and Instagram posts. Smiling selfies in front of national parks, short clips of cooking outdoors, and journal-style videos about freedom and love all painted a story of happiness. But behind the bright smiles and scenic backdrops, something darker was unfolding. Who was Gabby Petito? Gabrielle "Gabby" Petito was born in Blue Point, New York in 1999. She grew up close to her family, especially her mother, Nichelle Schmidt. Gabby was known as kind, creative, and free-spirited. She loved travel, art, and the idea of adventure. In high school, she met Brian Laundrie. Their relationship grew quickly, and eventually, Gabby moved to Northport, Florida, where Brian lived with his parents. By 2020, they were engaged and planning a future together. To friends, Gabby seemed happy. She often spoke of wanting to live a nomadic lifestyle, exploring America's vast landscapes and sharing her adventures with the world. She wanted to be a travel influencer, a dream that would tragically lead her into the spotlight in the most devastating way. The van life dream. In July 2021, Gabby and Brian began their cross-country road trip. Their plan was to visit national parks and campgrounds across the American West. They transformed their van into a tiny home on wheels, documenting the minimalist, bohemian lifestyle so many on social media admired. At first, it looked magical, but behind the curated content, there were signs of tension. Friends later revealed that Gabby and Brian had a complicated relationship. Brian could be controlling and moody. Gabby, in contrast, was bubbly but also anxious, often eager to please. Their differences sometimes led to heated arguments. On August 12, 2021, those tensions became visible to the world. The Moab incident. In Moab, Utah, a witness called police after seeing Gabby and Brian fighting near a store. Bodycam footage later released showed a distressed Gabby crying uncontrollably, while Brian appeared calm, almost detached. Police separated them for the night but did not press charges. At the time, it was recorded as a mental health break. Officers noted Gabby's emotional state, but no one could have predicted the outcome. Many now look back at this as the moment authorities might have intervened, perhaps even saving Gabby's life. Silence on the road. In the following weeks, Gabby kept in touch with her family through calls and text messages. But by late August, her communication became irregular. Her mother, Nichelle, received a strange text on August 27 saying simply, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls." The wording felt unnatural. Gabby never referred to her grandfather as Stan. Nichelle immediately suspected something was wrong. At the same time, travelers in Wyoming reported seeing the couple's van parked alone near the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. This clue would later prove critical. By September 1, Brian returned to Florida, alone, driving the same van that had once carried both of them. Gabby was nowhere to be seen. Where is Gabby? Gabby's family reported her missing on September 11, 2021. The case exploded across national headlines almost instantly. Police went to question Brian, but he refused to speak, directing all inquiries through his lawyer. His family also stayed silent. To the public, this silence was damning. Why wouldn't Brian, her fiancé, the last person to see her alive, help in the search? Protesters gathered outside the Laundrie family home, chanting for justice. Social media erupted with theories, timelines, and armchair detectives dissecting every available clue. The Internet detectives. Unlike many missing person cases, Gabby's story became a viral phenomenon. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit were filled with analysis. Hashtags like Gabby Petito trended for weeks. Part of the reason was the couple's social media presence. Followers felt they knew Gabby. Another reason was the deeply unsettling footage of the Moab traffic stop, which had been released publicly. Digital sleuths discovered key evidence: dashcam footage from another traveling couple that showed Gabby's van in the Wyoming wilderness. This clue helped police narrow down the search area. The world wasn't just watching the investigation, it was participating in it. The discovery. On September 19, 2021, searchers in the Bridger-Teton National Forest of Wyoming made a grim discovery. Near the area where Gabby's van had been spotted, they found human remains. The body was confirmed to be Gabby Petito. The autopsy revealed she had been strangled to death, likely 3 to 4 weeks before her body was found. The idyllic dream of van life had ended in the most horrifying way possible. The manhunt for Brian. With Gabby's death confirmed as a homicide, attention turned to Brian Laundrie. But just as investigators closed in, he disappeared. His parents claimed he had gone for a hike in the Carlton Reserve, a massive and swampy wildlife area in Florida. A large-scale manhunt began, with helicopters, drones, and specialized teams combing through the dangerous terrain. Days turned into weeks. No sign of Brian emerged. Theories exploded. Had he escaped to another state, crossed into Mexico? Was his family helping him hide? For many, it was déjà vu, a case not only of tragedy, but of mystery and frustration. The final discovery. On October 20, 2021, investigators finally found human remains in the Carlton Reserve. Alongside them were a backpack, dry bag, and a notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie. Dental records confirmed the remains as Brian's. His cause of death, suicide by gunshot. Inside the notebook was a chilling confession. Brian admitted responsibility for Gabby's death. He wrote that he ended her life after an argument, claiming he thought he was ending her suffering. For Gabby's family, it was confirmation of what they had feared all along. Aftermath and legacy. The Gabby Petito case did not end with the discovery of Brian's body. Instead, it sparked ongoing conversations across America. Domestic violence awareness. The Moab police stop became a haunting symbol of missed warning signs. Many argued that Gabby was a victim of intimate partner violence that authorities failed to recognize. Media and social bias. Critics pointed out the phenomenon of missing white woman syndrome, the disproportionate attention given to missing white women compared to people of color. Gabby's case received massive media coverage, while countless others remained ignored. Social media and justice. The role of online communities in gathering and analyzing evidence showed both the power and pitfalls of digital sleuthing. While some leads helped, others spread misinformation and conspiracy theories. A family's mission. Gabby's family created the Gabby Petito Foundation, dedicated to helping victims of domestic violence and supporting families of missing persons. Through advocacy and awareness, they turned their grief into a force for good.